Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And this is dropped in pretty good shape on 6-30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on.
Here's Milton. Over the middle, hold in by Long. And this stops the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, check that. Street.
First carry for their fullback. And they slow out right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Warriors, 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos.
To throw.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34.
Right there. Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat. 19 tight. Ready.
Throwing is Milton. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
18, rush. Here we go. 18 Cardinal. Panther 11. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Here's Milton now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On fourth down, Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Hawk 70, Hawk 7, Panther Street, Panther Street.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This is 2nd and 8.
Warriors 7, let's go. 60 Bison, Mustang 19. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Now Milton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
60 Eagles, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 19 Lions. Ready? Milton.
For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
1918. With Lion, Bronco 80.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunky yards at first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Ready,
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Here we go. Set. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Hey.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
19 tight. Dragon 60. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler. 18. Ready.
Back to throw. Presley. He'll try and do this himself. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Right there, hurt. Go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 5.
19. Here we go. Rocco 80. Hurt. Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line down.
Good sign on the opening drive. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there. They'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 45-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Okay, ready?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
50, 18, 5 here. Go, Reed, go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Let's go now.
They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he stopped immediately there. Credit in with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Waste of time.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
Mustang 19. 77, Cub 19. Cub 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Go.
To throw, it's Milton. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
To go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Dragon 60. 79 Broncos. Panther 11. Panther 11. 18 Rattler. 18.
Looking to throw. Milton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break it.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
7, Cowboys 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. Cub 19. Cub 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Milton will find Lamb. That's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
19 tight. 19 tight. Dragon 60. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And here's Rodgers on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
60 bucks, 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Buffalo 18.
Operating from the gun, Presley. That is caught. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings add 6 to their lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now, we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's an 83-yard kick return touchdown. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. Before, kind of canter the field their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
Cougar 19.
Off play action. Presley. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Bronco 80. 19 Lions. 79 Broncos.
Operating from the gun. Presley able to find the open man. That's complete. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 75 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 12 yards. Cowboys, first down.
60 Eagles, 60 18 Rodley, 18 Rap, Cup 19, Cup 19. 19 tight, 19 tight, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Second and 6.
Get it. Panthers, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
On the set.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Bronco 80. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer. Dragon 60. Mustang 19.
Operating from the gun. Milton. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. A gain of 22.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Now 2nd and 3.
79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Warriors 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Operating from the gun. Milton. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game.
Vikings 21, Cowboys 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of bounds, just shy of 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Here we go. Here we go.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
65.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ready? Panther 60. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Cowboy 80. Check smash. Check smash.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
2nd and 13. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
70, Cup 19. Cup 19. Go check. Go check.
Operating from the gun, Presley. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hey, check that. Streak. Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Start. 60 Eagles. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. Viking.
And now an audible here into something else.
Buffalo 18.
From the gun on 3rd down. Presley. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Looking to throw. Milton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
18 Pioneer. 19 Lion. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Back to throw. Milton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, 19 tight, 19 tight, 79 Broncos. Chop 60, chop 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, go.
Looking to throw. Milton. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
It's a turnover on downs.
Here we go, set. Bronco 80. Ready.
Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go now. Cowboys.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, smash Broncos. Check smash, check smash.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st.
Come on, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Jefferson going to go in motion right.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Presley. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
70 Lions. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
70, get it. 19 Charger, 19 Charger.
It looks like they'll move things around here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Hey, 70 Lions.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Big Lions. Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the try here for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Vikings 28, Cowboys 17. Will Reichard to kick off for
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Not the longest kick return, but it counts all the same. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And that big 4th quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Cowboys will line up for the two-point conversion.
Panther 11. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
Cowboys 25.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
2nd down and 3.
Viking 18. 79 Broncos.
Off the play fake. Presley. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Ready.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now they'll auto into something else.
Check smash. Check smash.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the Vikings first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Panther Street. Panther Street.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
2nd and 4. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Get it. 60 Viking 18. 79. Ready.
On second down, they'll run it here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Third, go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break into football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Big Lion.
Now Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Go. 70 Timberwolves. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Ready, go.
Jones will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. A big play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal.
60 Viking, 60 Viking, 18.
Off play action. Presley. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So a decision to make there. They decline the penalty as they'd rather force the fourth down.
Here we go. 60 Eagles. 19 sight. 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got it. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. Now this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. Here's first and 10.
Bronco 80. Go.
They begin the drive with Williams, but only able to muster a gain up to the second down.
Jay Ward. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's still on his feet. He's on his way. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Hot 70. Hot 70. Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 19. Pioneer. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go now. Empty top.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Press all 80. 19 sight. Not 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Cowboy 8. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 70 Timberwolf.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to.
Ooh, that's some bullshit, bruh.
And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Ready? 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Cowboys, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.